Welcome back to Alma, Missouri, everybody. So I've been doing some calculations, and I believe this will be our second to last episode. It's kind of crazy, went fast, but I'm kind of calculating that with the release of Farm Sim 25. It's right around the corner, and it will basically, when I finish this series, it'll be on the Sunday, and then Farm Sim 25 will release on that Tuesday. I am doing a few episodes ahead just to try to stay ahead of everything and then kind of give me a little bit of a break before 25 comes out. I want to try to get on it right away that week. Maybe I should fill this up so it's ready to go. Kind of don't like doing that sometimes because it gets stuck in the sail. You get bales all over in our sail. It's kind of weird, a bug that's kind of been with the game since launch, but yeah, well, I'll get this like I said, Farm Sim 25 is going to be very exciting to get into. I'm trying to make sure I can, pick up and kind of continue right when it comes out. It might be a little bit of a challenge during the work week, but I'll see what I can do. So with that in mind, and we kind of got a timeline, I'm going to quit doing alfalfa, grass, hay, whatever you want to call it, and we'll just leave it unless we really need some silage for the cows. But I think the cows are going to be fairly fine. They haven't reproduced on us yet. We got plenty of food in there, and there's still some more in the shed that we can use. The ducks are going to need some food. We're actually going to be cutting the wheat in this episode as well. There's a lot to do. I'll go ahead and, I think, plant what I have scheduled. I just don't know how much we're going to get through with it. I guess when we stop is when we stop. I hate to do too much. Too many irons in the fire, as they say. But we'll just keep it going, and then once we kind of get to the end of the episodes, I guess that'll be it. Let's see, we do need to start the planter, I think, as well on our... because we have canola scheduled in that rye field that we just picked, and it is time to plant that. So we could put that on a worker if we go around and do the headland. I also wanted to get some horses in today's episode. And that's another thing with cutting some of this other work off would be great, because then we could focus on other things. It's going to take a lot. Oh, yeah, we're almost out of fertilizer. I guess we can fill it out in the field. It's easier if we do it out in the field anyway. It's starting to get too cramped here in the farmyard. That's what that truck is for. Now let's see, canola. Looks like our seeds are overflowing there in the back. Shouldn't use as much fertilizer because we decided to go with the thrashing instead of the swath drop. So we did get a little bit more nitrogen out of that. Let's see, 25 here, and then there was, what, 0 here. So we got 25 out of it. And I think we'll say what's... they'll tell us here in a second when we get started what it's required for this crop. 15 plus 100. Actually, it needs quite a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, it needs 160. So we are saving some. I just don't know how much of a save it actually is. I think what we're going to do here as a kind of a grand finale, I do want to try the corn dryer. Never got to try that yet. In any farm sim. Be the first time I ever do corn drying. It's be interesting to see how that goes. So we'll put corn, I think, on that sorghum field we harvested on the previous episode. That's going to need to be limed. We'll do that over the winter because the planting for the corn won't be until the spring. And yeah, I think that's the kind of the plan we have right now. So I'm going to go around the headland here and then set this off on a worker, and then I think what I'm going to do is we're probably just going to have to go ahead and buy those horses so we can start that auger weighing against the sorghum in it. I want to get that fed to them, but I want to see how much food they're going to use up. Probably have to buy a pickup truck too with the horse trailer. Kind of utilize this stuff before we say goodbye to Farm Sim 22. Alright, just about one lap here. I think what we're going to have to do is top up our fertilizer. So when we set the worker off, we don't have to worry about him. And I believe it's the second porthole Yeah, because it's showing the seeds there, so switch to the other one. Alright, let's grab the truck. We should still have some, or no, did we use all the I think we used all the fertilizer, so we're going to have to fill that up again. We go through fertilizer quite quickly. Yeah, it's not in there. So let's go ahead and we'll purchase some more. $300, I don't want to spend that much. We shouldn't need that much. 50, 10,000. Maybe a couple tens. Do it again here. There. That was enough money. Probably should buy another big tractor too before we wrap up here too. Because why not? Alright. Second bin here. Well, I guess we're a little ways away. There we go. And we'll just switch, try it again. Fill her up. Almost took it all, but it is full. Alright, what's the best way to start this worker? I think if we go down on the far area and let them start the long way, that they should be alright. I suppose I should put this auger in. That might help. Alright. Hire a worker. We'll let them get on. If I gotta come back and finish up a little bit, which we'll see how they do. It looks like we might have to. They might cut that chunk down on the end there. That's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we need to. And then what we'll do, I think we're gonna go down ahead and we'll buy a truck and then a horse trailer. And we'll get them accommodated here in this brand new, well, I guess it's not brand new. It's brand new for us because we haven't used this shed yet. Be cool to see this. That's another thing too I want to do before we wrap up this series is kind of get the horses and the cows sold. Okay, let's look in that catalog. So we'll go with the animal transport. I think what we're going to do is use this Kingston trailer. They both hold two, but I've never really used one of these. Rim color. We'll keep it nice and shiny with chrome. 22,000. And then we'll just do a combinations for which truck is appropriate. We're going to take the new Lizard. We'll set up color. I think we're going to go with the jet black. And I'll leave that as chrome as well. There we go. Nothing too crazy. 300 horse. Okay. Here we are. And it should hook right in the back here. Excellent. So now we'll go over to the animal dealer, grab ourselves a couple. I suppose we could get the small horses. Ponies. Or are they called mares? So I never really used this trailer before. I don't think I used it ever, to be honest. Should be able to open the doors. That's cool. We'll see what happens here. Full. Oh, mare is the big one. It's called foal. I'm not a horse person, so I don't know. Alright, so we only can have 2. I think we'll do 1 gray female. And then let's go with a darker brown, or I guess it's just brown. I will do a young male on that one. Bam! 2 out of 2. So how do they look? Yeah, they are small. Hey guys! Alright. We'll see how this goes. I wonder if in Farm Sim 25 if they'll have a little animation in the trailer. If they're going to be like stiff like they are. I think on Farm Sim 25 when the dust settles and we get more mods and such, I think we should do another series like this where we start with a bunch of money and get going with big equipment again. Maybe even a little bit more aggressive with the starting capital. Because I'm having a ball here with this other equipment and stuff. We never really, it takes forever to get to it on a regular playthrough. I guess we gotta put them in the front yard here. Or pen, I should say. Although we were progressing pretty good in this series, but like I said, we're going to be coming to an end shortly. Alright. So for realistic purposes, let's open it up. And welcome home! So I do have the Horseman mod on. So that means we won't have to, is it ride him or brush him? Can't remember what, I think it's the riding, daily riding, it'll take care of that. So we don't have to worry about that. Let's see how good this goes. I guess now that I moved him in here, how much does this hold? So this shed would hold 16. That's a lot. But we'll just go with the 2, raise them, and again we're going to see what we can get for them. Let's see, a good spot for this trailer, I think would be right over here. I think like I guess the truck could probably go in our garage, but we might as well. We haven't really utilized our garage. So what it's here for? There we go. Home sweet home. Nice. Alright, we want to get the horses fed here. Let's double check and see how our worker's doing. Looks like they gave up. Of course. I'm glad we checked on them. Alright, maybe we should start the worker the other way. I don't know. It's really weird. Maybe we should go diagonally with them. Like this. I really can't wait for Farm Sim 25 when this is not going to be an issue. Let's see. We should be able to run this on our auger wagon. I don't know how I'm going to do that. We got to get the tipper here. And then we'll drive that. I guess we could just drive the auger wagon over to the tipper. Because we're going to need this for our wheat harvest. $18,000. I don't know how much this trailer holds. So 22, so it should take it all. Perfect. Yes, indeedy. How tight is this? Not too bad. Probably could have gotten the semi in here, but like I said, for realistic purposes, we'll just run it like it is. I suppose we could get on the horses and... Is there a training track or not? Can you ride them when they're young? Or is that not possible? No. Alright, they took it all. They also take hay. And root crops. We might as well stick with the base food of sorghum. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I can't imagine the two in here are gonna eat all that much. Alright. Like the workers still getting on over there. Oh, that's probably it right there. We'll have to tend to them. Let's get our combine going. Got a big harvest here of wheat. Like I said, I think what we'll do is pop a load over to our ducks right away. I was thinking of getting rid of the ducks as well, but really, realistically, they're not that much of a nuisance as far as upkeep. Once you top them up, there's no water, nothing like that. So we can just run them to the end of the series, I suppose. There's only one more episode left, so... Okay, so what I think we're going to do, since we're kind of getting low on everything, we're not going to plant on this field. We're done with it. We're going to leave it. We could probably actually sell it so we can get some more money just for the fun of it, because we could probably buy a nice big tractor for the next episode. But what I want to do before we close out is get that lime thrower, and then I'll probably get that started and finish it off camera, I think. I'm really trying to lay out, because we only have one more episode to go. And yeah, it's a lot to do in one episode. It might be a little bit extra long, or there's going to be a lot of jump cuts, one or the other. Maybe both. It's just gotten so crazy how long the harvest takes us. So we'd have that canola yet to do, and then we got to plant the corn and then harvest the corn. That's a lot to do in one episode. And we got a bunch of sales to do. That's the other thing. They should go fairly quickly because we do have the trailer. But like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of jump cuts to try to make this work somewhat quickly. And this thing doesn't always like to unload all the way, which is kind of weird. I did go ahead and upgrade it, so we got the highest capacity on it, which is 70,000. It helped out tremendously instead of having to run back and forth all the time. We will need it soon enough again, I guess. We can take this tractor. Because, yeah, let's run down to that other field real quick. Yeah, so our pH is bad on this one. I do want to get corn in here. Again, we'll get it planted, get it harvested, and run it to the corn dryer. And then, like I said, there's going to be a lot of fast forwarding, I think. Maybe I should do some of the sales off camera before we start the next episode. Something to think about, but it's kind of weird at the same time because that's like the best part of watching us get money here. Did we sell that other lime thrower? We still had it, didn't we? Yeah, it's back here. We'll have to put a lime silo up too so we can fill it up fairly quickly. This one had a nice capacity. What was it, 10,000 I think? Quite a bit. I'll bring that width to the sale so we can just transfer it. But we did get a nice one with a big capacity, even bigger than this, and the mod hub, so I'm eager to try that out. Okay, let's check out the sales. And it is under fertilizer spreaders. Yeah, this guy here, this Amazon one, does lime and fertilizer. 42 working with, but it holds 18,000 liters. That'd be less back and forth, which again will be tremendous help. We'll buy that then and dump that out. And then we'll sell this. 21,831. Good, good. Here we go. Oh, it's going to take a little while to do this. I suppose we could fill up at the lime station down here since we're down here. I don't imagine it will last. I suppose it could last through the whole field. That's the only one we have to lime for the remaining of the series. Plus that field will be better to do because it is got a square edge on it to hire workers. Makes it a little quicker and easier. Alright, 54%. We'll top up down at the lime station here. We should have probably got something like this sooner. I always thought the lime thrower I had was the best one, but this is clearly better. Especially when it holds more, it's less back and forth. It looks good. Alright, 18,500. Let's head to the field and get started. Alright, here we are. Should we get the mini map so we can kind of see where we're at? Should have a nice working width. 42. We didn't buy the precision farming map yet. Yeah, we did. Alright, good. So that should help us out. And I'm not sure how wide. We can go here. It looks like it'll last for a little while though. We may or may not have to top back up. Yeah, so I'm thinking about how we're gonna do our final episode. We got a lot of sales to do. A lot. I think I may do some of those off camera. Because we do want to get this corn harvest done, corn drying, and then sell it. It's a lot to do. Or we could probably just sell it at the same time after the dryer gets done and take care of it that way. We can hire a worker here too. So yeah, we'll sell the rest of that wheat. See, that's all in January. That's in January. The sorghum is. The eggs will be in November. We should probably sell those ducks right away too. Then we got the rye and then those hay bales. And then it depends on what our cows are going to do. I would love to have gotten them sold too at a decent price. So what I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm in the interest of wanting to get all this done fairly, I think what I want to do is do a lot of these sales off camera. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna advance to, let's see, what's the planting schedule like? Let's see, we're not gonna be doing field 4. We're gonna get rid of that. So our canola is planted. And then we're gonna do corn in this field. So we got corn. The corn won't plant until April. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So what I will do off camera is I will get all these products sold. I'll try to remember to get a total on that. I'll sell the eggs, because that is our next thing to do, I believe, is to sell the eggs, and then January sales, which will be ridiculous. And then I'll probably come back right on the last sale or something like that. And then we'll get to that corn planting, and then harvest that canola. And then and then harvest the corn, and then we'll try to get it dried and sold, and that's still a lot to do for one episode. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it right there, and we'll see you guys on the final episode, and then over to 25, Farm Sim 25, here we come.